Well, welcome to Slough. This is the start of my journey home from work. I'm just going to talk on this video so I can just, because the riding's not going to be that interesting. And I've got loads of points to make, so I'm on the e-bike, gonna keep it in tour mode. I'll pump the tyres up so they're pretty hard, and I've locked out the shock. I do need to change the tyres over because I've still got my Magic Mary and basically my decent tyres on here. So I don't want to ruin them because this journey is all tarmac. Over the next couple of days, because this is going to be like 2 or 3 days of riding, I'm going to go off-road. But I don't really know where I'm going, so it's going to be like another part of the video. Out of breath already. What are we doing? 16.6 miles an hour. Yeah, so my commute is, well, I live Woking and Bracknell and I work in Slough, but I'm starting from Slough today. It's a 32-mile round trip. So 16 there, 16 back. I want to kind of compare this to my road bike. I've only got a budget road bike, just like a £600 road bike, and there's only really one hill on this journey, but it's big enough to sort of cost you about 7 minutes on the way home. So it's about 55 minutes on the way to work and just over an hour on the way home. So if I can do this in under an hour, I'll be well happy. And I definitely think I'll be going faster on the road bike right now, so it'd be interesting to see which one's faster. So just around the back of Taplow now. So there's a thing about this journey. I've got the M4 motorway to deal with and the River Thames, so you don't have that many options on what route to take. But I've wanted to do this video for quite a long time, even before I got an e-bike, just for myself, even if it's boring for everyone else. I'll try and make it interesting, but if it ends up being boring, it's boring, isn't it? But this one's been on the card for a long time. And what better time to do it on lockdown, you know? It's definitely quieter than it normally is. I mean, this road we're going down now comes out on the A4. And this is normally, if you, at this time it would be queuing all the way down here. This would be a total queue. I'll be right up against here going, oh God, around people, oh, wing mirrors like that. All around the outside. So, and nice weather for the next couple of days. I'm probably going to do this like 2 or 3 days. Right, here we go then. A4. And we're out. Not too bad. I've topped out at 22 miles an hour so far today on this ride, and I was able to sustain it for quite a long time, which I'm quite surprised at. I thought it'd be well sluggish. See, this would all be queuing here, both ways. We're just coming into Maidenhead. I've got a full on, I've got my full face on R1. Big bang R1, very nice. It's a lovely evening for a motorcycle ride. Shame I haven't got one anymore. Anyway, I've got my full face on with bright pink 100% goggles. People must be thinking, what are you doing? Obviously I don't care what people think. Right, I think this is the River Thames. And we will be doing 16 miles an hour. There we go. Won't be dropping. Try and get a shot of that. Getting some funny looks. I'll take a selfie, you can see me. Just coming up on my first capture of the day. Let's have him. Tell you one thing, the speed bumps and potholes are no problem on this. Oh, full enduro. Loving it. First hold up of the day. Oh, we've managed to hit Hollyport. They have a lovely little steam fair here in October. It's really nice. A couple of nice pubs. Holding 16 mile an hour. Mate, it is dead. It's never normally this quiet. I'm loving it. Well, dude. If only it was like this all the time. It's getting a bit monotonous now at 16 mile an hour, to be honest. But I did get overtaken by a roadie, and then he stopped, and then I re-overtook him. So this is normally the road you get all the cars, lorries, buses stuck behind you, and you have a big tailback. But it's all right tonight, so all good. Also, this is kind of where it goes uphill, slightly uphill for about, I don't know, 2 miles, and then there's quite a big hill at the end, and that's what costs me the time on the way back, the extra sort of 7 minutes or so. So I'm in turbo mode now. Found myself sort of dropping below 16 miles an hour, so just coming up on my next kill. Let's take him out. Back in tour. Just coming up to probably about halfway now, and we've used 92% battery, so pretty happy with that. And then this is the fairly, it's not a massive hill, but on a 16 mile flat journey, you know, this is quite big. Stick it back in turbo. Keep it at 16 mile an hour. 16 mile an hour. 16 miles to travel. Should be an hour, shouldn't it? But I've had to stop. I had roadworks. And generally having to stop for traffic. So I reckon it'll be about an hour and 5 minutes. See, this probably doesn't even look like a hill on the GoPro at all. Top of the hill. Right, we need to somehow turn right. This is dangerous here. They've gone flying around that corner. Yeah, so for the first time on this whole ride, it actually felt worth having a motor. Right, keep going. Turn it off. "25 miles an hour, man, 26. That's the most excitement I've had on the whole journey. You alright? It is a nice route, this. Took me a while to pick it out on Google and exploring on the road bike. But at the moment, basically, in a car you'd go up to the lights and up a hill, down a hill. But on a bike, it's just easiest down the flat, just cut the corner off. So that's what I'm doing now. It's a nicer ride anyway. Right, back in beautiful Bracknell. So, conclusions. What have I learned? Well, oh yes. Although I've had fun, it's been good, I've enjoyed it. It's a lovely evening for a ride. It's not something I want to make a habit out of. And I don't think I would recommend it. Because it's so open and flat, it just feels really slow. When you're in like tight single track, you're going up and it just feels really fast. When you're just plodding along on the road, it feels so sluggish. But it's been good fitness and I'm definitely going to do it tomorrow. And then probably the next day. And then that'll be it. I don't think I'll ever do it again. Right, I've certainly earned my tea. Curry tonight. Homemade curry by me. I'll let you know if it's any good. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is cold this morning. I've got an extra base layer on and hoodie. But it's lovely to be out. Beautiful morning. So the big question, was the curry any good? Yeah, it was actually. Really nice for once. Normally when I make a curry from scratch it's rubbish. But this one was really good, so I'm going to do it again. So the other big question is, was the e-bike faster than my road bike? Well, no. To be honest, it was the same speed. Give or take a minute or two, it was the same speed. It was 54 minutes. So maybe slightly quicker. Very slightly quicker, a couple of minutes quicker. It didn't feel quicker, but I guess going up the hills at 16 miles an hour really helps. So this morning I've had a change of heart. I'm not going to carry on riding. This is going to be the last time now. I'm just going to ride back to work and then not do it later or the next day. I just can't be bothered, to be honest. I didn't change my tyres over, so I've still got me brand new, well not brand new, but in good condition enduro tyres on, so I don't really want to be riding them on the tarmac too much. I was just too tired yesterday evening. By the time I got home and cooked and everything, but I'm happy. I kind of had a little cycle to work on it, that'll do me. So this morning I've allowed for an extra sort of 20 minutes to get to work. Gonna try out a few bridle ways. First one, I don't even know if it's going to go in the right direction or not, so I may even have to turn around, but I've got a little bit of time, so hopefully it will. Right, first bit of bridle way. Let's hope it comes out. Well, I hope it's going to come out. Oh, this is even better. This is better straight away. Far more interesting. Never been down here. I don't think it'd be very good in winter, but this morning it's lovely. Now if it starts going too much that way, I'm in trouble. I need to either go straight or right. There's one that goes right there. Rabbit! I wonder if there was a steam engine coming down here 100 or so years ago. I wonder. That Dr. Mr. whatever his name is, Dr. Beeching, he's got a lot to answer for, hasn't he? God. If only he didn't get rid of all of them railways. All them little local railways. Man, the roads would be so much quieter. Young people would be able to get around a bit easier. Oh well. Looks like we're coming to the end of it now. Still going in the right direction, so that's good. Right, I was faced with two options then. Straight on or right. I'm going to go with right. I'm just hoping it's not going to bring me out a bit too early, you know. But it's definitely going to bring me out back onto the road, because this is a road. There's houses down here, so I'll be very surprised if this doesn't go back to the road. We're winning. That brought me out right at the right place, so happy with that. And there should be another one here. Public bridle way, winning, here we go. Yes! Much nicer than being on the road. Oh, by the way, when I got home last night, the battery was on 82%, and that's using turbo, tour and switching it off. So I reckon I could get to and from work on turbo the whole way there and back, because I guess the motorist just isn't under that much load, you know. Oh, mountain biking, oh yes, wow, that's quite possibly the best bit on the entire journey. So yeah, quite impressed, to be honest, quite impressed. I think if you put road tyres on this, there's like a part, I don't know if you follow him, I can't remember what his name is, but there's a partially sighted guy who's amazing on a bike, on a mountain bike, and he's not allowed a car licence. and he's got an e-bike, and you can get places on these actually, and it's not actually too much effort. I mean, I've not had anything to eat for breakfast. I don't tend to have breakfast anyway, but mountain biking, yeah man. Yeah, it's not that much effort really. Morning. I think people are a bit intimidated by the full face and the goggles, but I'll give them a nod anyway, you know what I mean? So yeah, you can get places on this if it's your only option. I'd put road tyres on it though, or something a bit more high rolling, yeah. And maybe I'd probably buy the older models, because you can de-restrict them as well, because 16 mile an hour is a bit slow. So you can actually use it to get places. It is a bit slow. If about 20 mile an hour would be better, because the motor cuts out of 16 miles an hour, so if it cut out of 20, that would be better. Right, we're kind of going in the wrong direction now, but I kind of thought it might, because there is another bridleway, and this is kind of the point of no return. Do I carry on doing the bridleways, because it's going to take me a way I just don't know? I might end up being really late for work, so I may have to turn around in a sec. I'll do the next bridleway, but then come back on myself. Might do that actually. Is there one here? Here we go. So right, we'll do this one, but then I'm going to have to kind of go back on myself a bit on the road, so hopefully this will go in the right direction like I think it will. Can we go left? Need to go left, yeah, good. Public bridleway, here we go. No motorbikes or cars. And this should be downhill as well actually. But this might end up being a bit of fun. Look, mountain biking. I'm going to have to unload my shock, hang on. Oh, I can't get to it. Oh God, I'm going to have to stop. Wow. Let's unlock the shock. Here we go then. Seat down. This is mountain biking. Look at this. And we've got a view. I'm actually standing up. Yeah, you wouldn't want to come down here in winter either. I don't think you'd even be able to get down here. There's a lot of... It's very bumpy. There's obviously a lot of horses coming down here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Oh my days. Wow, we're in turbo. Gonna need to be for this. It's flat and very bumpy. I don't think I could bring the kids down here. They wouldn't be able to ride over these bumps. I'm always scouting for places to take the kids. Oh yes. Somewhere away from roads and that, you know. Might take them to Forest of Dean this year because they've got a really good family loop. It's only about, I don't know, 3-4 miles long. And it's only a fire road, but they've got these kind of little... Oh no, feet up, stinging nettles. They've got little blue sections on the way around. So, good idea, so I might take them there. Right, here we go. Right, so we're gonna either turn left and just do road, or I can go right, do more bridleway, but then I've still got to do road. Let's go left. I don't want to be too late for work. Let's just do this. It hasn't actually cost me that much time doing that. So there you go. I never even knew these bridleways were here until I properly looked them up on Google. And then as I'm driving past, just looking left and right while I'm driving. So when you're going past at 50 miles an hour, it's easy to miss these little bridleways. But it's a good alternative. If I'm honest, I did actually set my alarm clock for like 6 in the morning. I'd have to be at work till 8. And I was going to do more. But I was editing another video last night, so didn't get bed till late. And I was just too tired. And the alarm clock went off and I was like, oh no, sod that. Sleep in another 25 minutes. But yeah, still glad I got up a bit earlier and did those bits. They were really good. I've been meaning to do that for ages. Right, back to the normal route. Bit where it's slightly downhill for 2 miles. I'm on the road bike, I'll be cruising down here, man. When I'm doing 17.5 at the moment on the road bike, be doing 20 plus, I'd say. Just feels a bit slow on the old Ebs. Just feel like you're plodding a bit, you know. And there's not really a lot you can do. You just have to sit here. At least on the road bike, you can try and push it up a couple of miles an hour, you know, for a mile or so. But on the e-bike, it's just too much effort. So even keeping it at 17 miles an hour, I'm just out of the motor cut off, and it's as you can tell, I'm pretty out of breath. Right guys, that is the end of the video. I'm obviously not going to show you where I work, so we're just in Slough now. Just got the Slough. I'll put the time up, how long it took me here. Bear in mind, I took the diversions down the bridleways, which I'm glad I did. So to summarise, I mean, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I've had a little ride on the Cube 160 stereo hybrid to and from work, well, home from work and then back to work. But it's not something I'm going to do again, but I'm glad I did it. It's just a bit boring, really. It's not hard though. You can just, I mean, if you lost your driving licence, you had no other way of getting around. It's not that hard just to sit there and spin the cranks. You don't need any energy. You know, it'll do 16 miles an hour all day long. West side. Might be late for work, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, if my commute had some really nasty steep climbs, I think this thing would smash a road bike for me, because I'm not super fit. But I'm quite surprised that it is about the same speed as the road bike, actually. It's definitely a lot easier. I mean, my legs are hurting, but it is easier than a road bike, but it's more boring. So I wouldn't advise it. I hope I've covered all the points. I'm sure when I edit this, I'll be like, no, I should have said this, should have said that. Right, I'm going to be naughty now, so I need to get to work. Well, I think this is a cycleway anyway, but I'm not sitting there for 2 minutes, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.